Hi everybody, my name is Alex Jordan. I'm a math instructor at PCC, and I want to talk to you about PCC pay scale steps and cost of living adjustments, COLA. So here I'd like you to imagine so-and-so is coming to work at PCC as a part-time instructor. And they're going to be teaching a 4-credit lecture class in the year 2024. What's going to happen, they're going to be assigned to step 1 on our pay scale and paid $4,619 to teach that one course. As time goes by and they gather experience, they're going to be elevated on this ladder eventually for the same course being paid $7,410. We view the $7,410 as the appropriate rate to be paying teachers at PCC, and we take a temporary hit and are underpaid because we love our students and we love the job. But eventually we're going to reach the sunshine up there. So here we have a sequence of years, 2024, 2025, 2026. We've got the pay scale ladder here with the same bottom and top steps, and let's just follow these two individuals. They're paid what they're paid to teach the course that year. The next year comes along and inflation has sunk that ladder down a little bit into the mud. So this person in here, up here in blue, they did not accumulate enough teaching experience on the books to actually elevate a step on our system. They're still at the same step on the ladder, but the ladder itself has sunk. Another year might pass, and now this person actually has accumulated enough to gain a step on the ladder. But again, because the ladder sank, they're just not moving higher. That's the nature of inflation. And it's worse for our part-time faculty who are elevating a step every other year. If you let this play out all the way to the year 2040, the ladder has sunk all the way down into the mud. It's true that they have climbed all the rungs and are now at the top of the ladder, and it's true that they're being paid $7,410 just like they would have been back in 2024. But the buying power of that literal $7,410 is only the buying power of $4,619. So we have cost of living adjustments where we reposition this ladder. We float it up out of the mud. The new bottom step is almost $300 higher. The new top step is $450 higher. It's a larger dollar amount, but of course it's just compensating for inflation. It's got the same buying power as $7,410 did a while ago. This is why we fight for COLA. And if we do not consistently fight for COLA, this ladder keeps slipping lower and lower. Our hero came to PCC with the promise of ending their career being paid this much for teaching that course. And the dollar amount actually has to change over time, or else they end up significantly down lower, maybe all the way down into the mud. Let's take a look next at the actual way this played out over the past 10 to 15 years.
So here we can see the consumer price index for Western states urban consumers is this dashed line, and how inflation has grown since the year 2013 to 2026, almost 50%. And then the solid blue, you can see how PCC COLA has affected our pay. And when you reach 2024, that's when we transition to the 0.5% COLA for 2 consecutive years that administration is currently offering. And that would leave us at the end of the 2026-2027 year 11.5 percentage points below inflation. So the buying power of whatever you're going to be paid at that time would be 11.5% below inflation over this 13-year time span. And in the meantime, our colleagues at Clackamas Community College have received cost of living adjustments that have basically kept aligned with CPI and are even slightly ahead of it. Over at Mount Hood Community College, even higher. And across the river in Vancouver at Clark College, a little higher still. So we have to ask, why is PCC administration unable to plan and provide for cost of living adjustments that keep up with inflation, while our nearby peer schools seem to have no trouble?